Hello students, welcome to the video class for the subject Control System Engineering. This is for 6th semester Electrical and Electronics Diploma Engineering students. So, in today's video class, we discussed we solved some problem related to the transfer function, then impulse response and transfer function, and related to the characteristics equation. Okay, so basically we are calculating transfer function for different electrical network. So in the previous classes we already discussed about your transfer function, impulse response and transfer function, and then characteristics equation. So what is this characteristics equation? When the denominator of denominator polynomial in terms of s of a transfer function is known as characteristics equation. If this polynomial is equated to 0, characteristics equation is obtained. This is done here. So this is the description about the characteristics equation. This is the denominator polynomial. This is here, it is a n. Okay, so this is the denominator polynomial. When it is equated to 0, it is your characteristics equation of a transfer function. So in today's class we will solve some examples, solve some numerical where we will calculate transfer function of electrical network. Okay, so see, this is one circuit given. In this circuit we have to calculate transfer function. So transfer function means you already studied that the Laplace transform of output signal or output to the Laplace transform of input. This gives you transfer function. Okay, so here our input is VIT, output is V0T. So let's check first the transfer function. So see, V0T is the output signal, VIT is the input signal. So if we put KVL here in this loop where R, L, C is there, IT is the current flowing in this loop, then VIT is equal to, the expression is R into IT plus L di by dt, dit by dt plus 1 by C integration IT dt. So this is the voltage equation for this loop. So here, and again for this loop the equation is V0T is equal to 1 by C integration IT dt. So after taking Laplace transform of this equation 1 and equation 2, we get VIS. Laplace of VIT is VIS is equal to R into IT. Laplace transform of IT is I into S plus L into derivative of IT. Laplace of derivative of IT is the L. L is there, then S into IS, then plus again here 1 by C is there, then integration of IT dt, Laplace transformation is IS by S. So this is the Laplace transform of equation 1, and this is V0S is equal to IS by SC. This is the Laplace transform of equation 2. So, and here our condition is transfer function, definition of transfer function is Laplace transform of output, ratio of Laplace transform of output to the Laplace transform of input at all initial condition should be 0. So here this is our condition. Okay, so from this expression we found IS is equal to S into C into V0S, then VIS is equal to, see here, if we take common IS, then R plus SL plus 1 by SC into IS, and we have to put the value of IS here. So this is applied here, SC into V0S, and by solving this algebraic expression we found that S square LC plus SCR plus 1 whole into V0S. So after we need to find out a Laplace transform, no, we need to find out transfer function. So it is V0S by VIS, output by input, is equal to 1 by S square LC plus SCR plus 1. So this is our transfer function. So finally the transfer function of electrical network is given by GS. GS is C. This is if this is a process or plant, and this is R of S. This is the input. This is the CS. This is the output, and this is the GS is the plant gain. So here GS is equal to CS by RS. So that's why GS is equal to here V0S by VIS, and this is the transfer function of electrical network. Then the next example is solved here. See, derived transfer function of the network. This is the network. So here our input is VIS, output is V0S, R1, R2, then C1, C2. So it is here the current is I1T, so its Laplace is I1S. Here the current is I2T, the current Laplace is I2S. Okay, so by applying KVL, here our VIS is equal to R1 plus 1 by SC1 into I1S minus 1 by SC1 into I2S. This is our first equation. And the second equation is R2 plus 1 by SC1 plus 1 by SC2 into I2S minus 1 by SC1 into I1S is equal to 0. This is the second equation. So what we do? From equation 2, we can write 1 by SC1 into I1S is equal to this term. This is equal to 0 and it is given here minus symbol. So this equal to this we can write. So this is written here. Okay. So what happens here? See, I1S is equal to this SC is multiplied at this side. So this is multiplied at this side. So using equation 3 and equation 1, we can equation 1 can be written like this. See, here we found I1S. Okay, so in equation 1 there is a I1S and I2S. So R1 plus 1 by SC1 into I1, and our I1 is this term SC1 into this into I2S minus 1 by SC1 into I2S. So by solving this we found this expression. Okay, so here I2 is taking common, so this is the overall expression. So we can write V0, and from this loop we can found V0S. So V0S is equal to I2S by SC2. So here also we can find out V0S. So see, this is written here I2S by SC2. So here also I2S by SC2. So we can replace it with V0S. So our final expression is VIS into this term into V0S, and our transfer function is V0S by VIS. So V0S by VIS is equal to this term. This is our expression. So if we solve this algebraic equation and take it to like a polynomial expression, so from higher order to the lower order. So this is S square C1 R1 R2 C2 plus S whole into R1 C1 plus R1 C2 plus R2 C2 plus 1. So this is our final expression for transfer function, algebraic expression for transfer function. Okay, so now you clearly understood about this. So this is all about your problems related to calculation or derived determination of transfer function. So our next part is the mathematical modeling of physical system. So what do you mean by this mathematical modeling? Okay, so the equivalent representation of physical system which describes the various components of the system and their relations in the system is very important. Okay, so what do you mean by physical system? See, a collection of physical objects that serves some objective is called a physical system. So the study of equivalent representation of the physical system, which describes the various components of the system and their relations in the system, is important. So we already discussed about transfer function. So here we will discuss about the mathematical equation, set of mathematical equation which describe the dynamic behavior of a system. Okay, so this is your known as the mathematical modeling of a system. Okay, so see, control system, most of the systems contain mechanical or electrical or both type of elements and equipment. So it is helpful to convert such systems into mathematical model using transfer function approach. Okay, so models of mechanical and electrical components are exactly analogous to each other. So here first we will study about the modeling of mechanical system, then we will study about modeling of electrical system, then we found analogy in between these two systems, and in this way we will discuss about the mathematical modeling of analogous system. So modeling of mechanical systems. So mechanical systems are classified into two types. The first one is the translational and the second is the rotational system. So the motion of the body during translational motion is along a straight line or a curved path, whereas during rotational motion the body is moving about its own axis. Okay, so what happens in translational motion? See, so there are three elements which are dominantly involved in the analysis of translational motion. So these are mass, spring and damper. So what is this mass? In the physical model of a mass, it is assumed that its mass is concentrated at the center of the mass. So see here, it is a block, ABCD block of mass m which is moved. That means all particles undergo an equal displacement, therefore mass has only one displacement. Okay, so this is moved from this place to this place. That means whole body, all the particles of this block is undergoing equal displacement. Okay, so see here, this is the body. It is a block is placed here. Its mass is m. If we apply some force, then it is displaced by x. Here by x. So here x represent the displacement with reference. Here also we can represent like this. M is the mass. If we apply force, then this is displaced with x displacement. Okay, so x is the displacement with reference. So the relation between force and mass, F is equal to ma, you already know. So F is equal to m du by dt. U is the velocity and m into d square x by dt square. This x is the displacement. Okay, so this is the relation between force and mass. These are the terms: a acceleration, u velocity and x displacement of the mass. The next term is spring. So here spring is showing it has negligible mass. So let the linear spring constant of a spring be k. So here, if spring is subjected to force, it undergoes elastic deformation. Okay, so the relation is F proportional to displacement. That means F proportional to x. Clear? So and k is the spring constant, so the final expression is F is equal to k into x. So here x2 is the displacement of end A and x1 is the displacement of end B. So if force applied at end B, our x is the x1 minus x2. So the equation is like this: F is equal to k into x1 minus x2. If force applied at end A, then x is equal to x2 minus x1. So F is equal to k into x2 minus x1. So the next part is the damper. So motion is opposed by friction. So the type of frictional forces are given below. So Coulomb frictional force, viscous friction. So what happens in Coulomb frictional force? See, the sliding friction between dry surfaces is called Coulomb frictional force. Okay, and the viscous friction is that the friction between moving surface by a viscous fluid, or the friction between solid body and a fluid medium is known as viscous friction. The viscous friction is proportional to the velocity. So see, this is a dash spot, here is the force, and here is the displacement, here also it is a displacement. So the friction, although the friction opposes motion, sometimes viscous friction is introduced intentionally. Okay, so here see, force is proportional to velocity, so F is proportional to your velocity is dx by dt. So F is equal to d into dx by dt, or you can write d is into d by dt of x1 minus x2, where d is the damping coefficient. So this is all about your mechanical system. Okay, and another term is friction. So what is this? The friction force that is required to initiate motion between two contact surfaces is known as friction. So this is all about your mechanical system. So determine, here given one example, determine the mathematical model for a mechanical system. So here mass is there, the damper is there, spring constant K is there, force is there, displacement X is there. So see, the force causes the displacement of mass with X displacement. So this is opposed. Here what happens here, see, the force F causes the displacement of mass M. So this is opposed by spring as well as damper. So the force, here the force is Kx and here the force is d into dx by dt. So here the force expression is, so here F is equal to, you know, m into d square x by dt square, because F is equal to m into L. So this force is opposed by these two forces. So you can write m, F is, so see, our main expression is F is equal to m into d square x by dt square. So this is the our exact expression for force, but this F is opposed by this force and this force, that is that's why it is subtracted here, F minus d into dx by dt minus k into x. Okay, so by resolving this expression, we found F is equal to m d square x by dt square plus d into dx by dt plus kx is equal to F. So this is our mathematical model of given system. So about the rotational motion we will discuss in the next video. Okay, thank you.